When it comes to getting results in the gym, science kind of doesn't matter all that much. It matters a little bit, but there's going to be two primary drivers that really move the needle as to whether you have success. And if you know what those two drivers are, and you can cultivate them and create environments that really promote them in your training, you are going to be light years ahead of everyone else. And in this video, I'm going to break down what those two things are, how you can best utilize them, and ensure that you are focusing on them in the long run so that you're always making progress, you're always making gains, you're always staying ripped, and you're always getting the most out of your hour in the gym. Let's get started. Test. A little less. All right. Recording. The first and most important thing that will make the difference between you winning in the gym and being like everybody else, just kind of average, showing up, doing some exercises, doing some movement. And that thing is intensity. Intensity is so freaking rare. I don't have the benefit of living in the same town that the Fort NYC exists. I live in Austin, Texas, and the gyms that I own and run are in New York City. Now, we have dialed every detail into the way that we've set up these gyms, the way that we systematize the training that encourages people to really train as intensely as possible. What I want to do is give you my best attempt to set things up so that you can get the benefits that our members get in the gym, the benefit of the intensity, so that you can push the limits to every set that you do, every workout that you do, and you can actually move the needle forward in a way that nobody else is. Now, the reason that intensity matters so much is that in the act of training, you are changing yourself. And when you're changing yourself, you are asking your body to do something that it previously could not do. Now, this seems like an impossible task. So how do you get yourself to do that? How do you get your mind and your body to work together in a way where it's actually going to go well beyond what it's capable of, well beyond what it believes is possible, and performs in a way that it never has before, so that then it can respond and react and grow and adapt to that sort of activity, setting a new bar of what it is, what it's capable of, how it's composed, what it's made up of, and then create a new normal, a new standard that gives you an opportunity to push even further. The first thing that's going to be required in order for you to have something at stake is you need to be on a program. You have to practice the same sorts of movements around the same rep ranges, week over week, month over month, year over year, so that you can get better at those exercises. Way too often, I see people in the gym and they're every week doing something different, or they're doing different rep ranges, or they're doing them with different rest periods, or they're doing them without writing down what they've done. The reason programs drive intensity is because you're repeating the same movements around the same rep ranges, around the same rest periods. You are pushing as far as you can go, and then you're coming back the next week, and now you're informed of what you've done the previous week. That information, that informing of knowing what you've done the previous week, sets an expectation of what you can do. And we as human beings, we always want to outperform what we've done before. And when we know what we've done before, and we know that we were able to achieve that, and now we have a way to measure what success is. And if you can find a way, if you can dig down, if you can mentally find a way to push through to get one more rep, or to get one more set, or to add a little bit more weight, then you've made progress. And now you've set a new standard. You've set a new bar. Now you're in week 3. And not only did you make progress from week 1 to week 2, now you want to make progress again. And you repeat this process. You move on to week 4 and you've done it again. Now, each week, if you've really gone as hard as you can and you've pushed the limit, you will be able to make bigger jumps than you could ever make at any single time. There's only going to be a small limit. There's going to be a small margin of improvement that you'll be able to make week over week. But if you can extrapolate this over weeks, and then you can extrapolate it over months, over years, the difference in the intensity, the difference in the way that you can push, how much you can push, is going to be so much greater. The worst thing that you can do is jump around randomly to different exercises with different rest periods, different loads, different rep ranges, without ever being able to get the benefit of those long-term accountability moments where you know what you've done the week before and you're accountable to that previous week. That intensity is going to come from a program. Now, the second thing that you can do to increase your intensity is put yourself around people and be watched by people that you care about, people that you want to do well for, that you know if they're watching, that you'll do better. This is the value of a really good coach. I think coaching kind of is misunderstood. People think a good coach has to know more than you. And sure, that's great. It's good to have informed coaches that can maybe give you guidance in areas that maybe you don't understand as well. That's a great bonus. But in a bigger sense, a really powerful coach is someone who can improve the performance of the people that he coaches or she coaches just by being in the room. Because the person being coached by them really cares about the perception that the coach has on their performance. They care. It matters to them. That is going to be a very powerful driver. It's going to give you a reason to go that extra limit, to go that extra mile, to push even harder, to go further, to do it for them because you care about what they think of you. Getting yourself in an environment where you're surrounded by other people who you care what they see from you. It matters to you. It's not just somebody random. I mean, this is the problem that I see in most big box gyms. Like I said, I don't have the benefit of the thwart, so I have to go to big box gyms, and I see hundreds of people in the room. No one really cares about anybody else. And because nobody cares, nobody's watching, there's no eyes on you, even though there's 100 people around, you feel fairly alone. It seems like a pretty lonely environment. Get yourself around other people that you care about, other people that you want to impress, other people that you want to do really well for. You want to leave a very good impression on them. Now, the third thing that you can do that's really going to drive intensity is that you have to associate the discomfort of the set with progress. This is what I generally see from people that kind of get stuck in plateaus, is they're pushing, they're on rep 8, rep 9, and it gets pretty uncomfortable and they just stop, even though they have the ability to push out maybe another 3, 4, maybe even 5 reps. You need to find a way to train your brain to associate that discomfort of the rep with the progress that you're making. There is a magical thing that happens in the last rep of a movement, in the way that you need to do it to get a good, safe response. And when you're able to mentally stay focused and push through and get that truly last rep successfully out, there is a cataclysm of change that is initiated in your body and then flows through the following days to create all sorts of adaptations that promote growth, that promote health, that promote strength, that promote your mental confidence and your mental fortitude. When you are at that moment, when you are pushed right up against the wall and it feels like it's impossible, the ability to associate that feeling with progress, knowing that it is so hard just to get to that point where you have the ability, the choice of pushing through, staying in it, or giving up. That is the magic. And that is a crucial component to making progress in the gym. Now, the second is consistency and volume and total number of reps and visits that you make. Not reps in the gym, but reps walking through the door into the gym. So finding a schedule that's going to work with you, blocking out time on your schedule, the time that it's going to take for you to get there, the time that you need in the gym to complete the program that you're committed to doing, and then the ability to block out all of the excuses that are going to keep you from going in and showing up. This process is not comfortable. There are going to be plenty of reasons why you feel like you don't need to go to that gym that day, or like you've worked hard enough this week and this is good enough. Committing to the schedule is an insanely powerful effect. One way that you can improve your commitment to that schedule is to invest in it. Put money in showing up. Pay for each visit that you can go to. Now, doing a membership and joining a big box, you're not paying for each visit, you're paying for access to the gym. So if you don't show up, it's not like you've lost out in any more money. A thing that you can do is purchase training sessions. Find a gym that sells visits, that sells sessions. Pay for those sessions. Make sure that if you don't show up for those sessions, that you lose out on the money that you've invested for those sessions. In this way, this is going to drive up your commitment, your investment level in showing up. Get other people bought in and informed on your commitment to showing up in the gym. Tell other people, no, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 4 till 5, I'm in the gym. Let people know that that's who you are. Allow that schedule to permeate your identity. Allow your schedule to become who you are and integrate it. Like the cool thing about becoming someone who brings fitness into their life is it's not just something you do. It becomes something that you are. And when it affects your identity in this way, it informs a lot of other little tiny decisions around whether you can do something or can't do something. It tells you that you are someone that has discipline. It tells you that you are someone who can hold commitments. You are somebody who can commit to the result of following through. Now, at the beginning of this video, I said that when it comes to training, science doesn't matter. And am I saying that there is no place for science in training? Absolutely not. I base most of the decisions that I make around what to do in the gym based on science. But the reason that I said that science doesn't matter is without the intensity, without the trips to the gym and the volume, the number of total training sessions, the science isn't going to help you very much. Maybe 15% of the results that you're going to get in the gym are going to be due to slight tweaks in the way that you perform an exercise or the exercise selection that you're trying to do. Science can be a good starting point. The person that is able to go into the gym for the most amount of times and push as hard as they can consistently with the right exercises is going to win 100% of the time over the person that's going to try to shortcut it, try to find the optimal way of doing things, and skip the intensification and skip the intensity and always be chasing the latest literature or chasing the latest fad. The person that shows up the most and gives it the most is going to win at the gym. The more that you can integrate these sorts of systems and these sorts of philosophies into your own training to get you to work harder, push harder, show up more consistently, get better than you were the week before, push harder than you pushed the week before, around people that you care about more than you cared about the week before. These are the things that are going to drive the needle. These are going to beat science every time. It doesn't mean that science doesn't matter, but it is maybe 15% of the results that you could expect compared to 85% of the results that you would get from just working way harder, doing it more often. If you enjoyed this video, you will probably enjoy this one. I speak on the same subject in a little bit of a different way, and I'll see you there.